so what did I do? Shoot, now I forget what I did. Oh, the blue. The cyan, I should say. The cyan's gonna go way up. No, I forget what I did. So I'm trying to match this color here. And, oh, the trick is to get rid of the blue. Yes. So cancel, get the blue out of there altogether. No, 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 no. Let's see. The blue is not in there, so the blue has to be gone. Goodbye. Now, the yellow is too strong. Yeah, the yellow gotta come up to 70%, and the magenta gotta come up another 10% or so. Yeah, to get in that ballpark. Okay, so I got an understanding of what I've done. 20% is probably fine. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, now we're going to drop these to the lower layer and start another round of magenta. Okay, and this one. Okay, and now we could keep it dark like that, but that's just too dark. Yeah, something like that. 40%. Say okay on that. Just leave it at that. And then we're going to go in here and I'm going to drop that. I'm just going to commit. Again, I've been spending a lot of time with this page. It took me a while to even get to the point where I was actually spending time with it. So I've just got to keep moving and get to page 8 because I think I've been stuck at this page for about 3 weeks. The time lapse will show that there's been a lot of iterations with this page. Alright, now on to the next. So do some red here. Just trying to think, what do I want to do with this? Maybe I just want to make it all one color. Maybe I don't want to make a big deal out of these stripes. this is definitely not the way to go. Let's make this whole thing brown. In order to make it brown, well, that's the thing. Okay, so we're back to that again. Okay, the problem is, one way or another I have to create a mask. And I can very easily create a mask. So I'm stuck. So I guess I'll just keep doing this. Oh. Using this coloring method, I'm using a coloring formula, like a kit that you get from an art company. But the method I'm using, my whole approach to this drawing is the drawing. I'm trying to talk while I work. Let's see. My whole approach to this is to use the CMYK process to arrive at colors. This is supposed to be messy like an old school comic, and I keep wanting everything to be just right, and this is very small. Alright, anyway, yeah, I think I'm going to break down and I'm gonna make a mask out of this, just in case I need it. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna go all the way up. There we go, more. What I'm trying to say too about how I'm using this brush kit is, I don't know if I'll use it the way it's definitely the way it. I don't know if I'll really commit to using it the way it's meant to be made, but I do know that I'm really getting lost with the idea of using color to create this story. And I am thinking that eventually, maybe not on the next project, but sooner or later, I'm going to attempt to use significantly less color in the story. Anyway, that may not make sense because you can't read my mind, but oh, don't do that. Okay. Okay, so now the first thing we gotta do, I guess we gotta take out the blue because we don't want. Oh, first thing I gotta do is say, okay, that's fine. Now, I need to use the shrink. Whoops. Shrink the whole thing. Create a selection layer and call it the uh-oh. That's not good. Oh, yeah. I gotta shrink the selection. Then I need to delete this part of it. Oh, gotta get in there. Okay, got it all. Okay. Now I go to the yellow. Oh no, first things first. Create selection. Convert to, okay, selection. So this is gonna be, well, I guess I'm gonna just call it merry-go-round. In case I need it again later, which I may. But in the meantime, I can simply use it as, oh, no, that's why. Because I have to modify it, so this comes in very handy. So now I can just do that, and now I can take the yellow out. No, not the yellow. The blue has to come out completely. Cut the blue out. Okay, now we've got bright red, and the first thing that has to happen is that red has to diminish till we get an orange. So let's intensify the luminosity, and as you can see, it's turning somewhat orange. Let's keep it at 45 right now so that we can go to the yellow layer and experiment with that. That's more pink. That's more brown. So we want this at 0, and we want to increase the saturation so that we can take the luminosity down. It's going orange, orange, orange. Okay. Orange. Okay, so I was saying the blue has to come out. I was wrong. Right, I was wrong. In fact, I was so wrong that I may as well go all the way back. Create selection. Alright, so we should be back to blue. Yes, keep the blue in there. Increase the red. The magenta. I keep calling it blue and red. It's magenta and cyan. Cyan and magenta respectively. So this is the magenta, so I want that way up. Right. Probably at 60%. So now when we bring the yellow up, we'll be left with some blue, which will give it a brownish color. We're going to intensify the yellow. You know what we'll do? Cancel, take the yellow, get rid of it, put it back in fresh. Okay, so we've got a very burnt orangey color. So let's move that. Hello, mysteries of the realm. How do you know all this? Oh, some people ask questions they know the answers to. I've worked in printing for a while. I'm familiar with the what? The CMYK color process. And plus, it's really basic color knowledge. Really, really, really is. Okay, where are we here? Oh, we got a problem with our mask. And it shouldn't be a big deal because, again, this comic needs to have flaws. Alright, back to luminosity. And take that yellow and scream it almost out. We'll start at 50 and then get this magenta. That's got to go way up. Okay, we're getting there. The blue's too high. So we're going to leave this at 40 and then go to the blue, which is actually cyan. And I could desaturate it. I'm kind of confused about whether I should be using desaturate or not. Oh, there's no blue in here? Oh. There's blue. Okay, so desaturating is not what we want. Luminosity is going to turn brown. It's too orange. Something's afoot here. Is it the yellow? I'm not getting the reason. No, it can't be the yellow. You know what it probably is? It's got to be that magenta. Magenta, hello. Yeah, there we go. Alright. The magenta, we're going to boost it. We're going to go slow. We're going to go 30. And I'm going to play with the yellow. Yep. Right. Let's go. Again, I keep making colors that I was thinking, oh, but isn't the pie supposed to be that color? And the cookies? And it's like, I guess they are basically that color. That's the whole point, right? Okay, so let's get a little more cyan out of there, and I believe we'll be where we want to be. $45. I'm trying to make it the same color as the house. And so that red has got to go. That magenta just has to go. But then it'll look green. That's where I'm stuck. Take some more magenta out. It's just too orange, right? Yeah, there we go. 45. 45. I can live with that. We'll get the cyan going here and just take it out. There we go. It's not quite the same color as the house, but it's close. Alright. Now, it doesn't look good with the horses still. They're obscured. They're gonna get all brightened up and whatnot. Ooh. Okay, time to stretch. I guess I'll put this up. And you can tell me. This is its print size right here. This is literally how big it's gonna be. I don't know about it on your monitor, but that's the real size. Now, one of the things, whoops, this has to go down, this has to go down, okay. Now, we're gonna have to spend some time with this merry-go-round, but in the meantime, I can't help but do this, let's see, where are we here? Merry-go-round, so if I do this, that's not gonna work. Oh, if I do this, ah, come on. Okay. Now I gotta do this. And I gotta grab my lasso tool, make sure it's set for additive, and go in here and go to work on this horse and get him selected. Or her, or it, or whatever. Okay, that's that one. Now for this one. And now, for safety's sake, let's convert to selection layer. Call that selection layer horses. Make that selection layer invisible. Select the selection layer, go to yellow, goodbye, and that blue, well, we mustn't have that blue there. It's not blue, it's cyan, there. So I guess now the big question is, do I start screwing around with these horses or what? Let's go to the yellow and let's make some decisions with yellow. How about if the saddle is yellow and this thing is yellow? Because we don't want to get carried away. No. Oh. Yeah, let's make this thing yellow. And this will be, oops, use the right thing. Magenta, magenta. Magenta. This is supposed to be messy. Then let's go cyan and get the cyan to be on this saddle. And this thing. Yeah, let's get the magenta right here. Whoops, that's not magenta. Oh, the hair. Let's go back to the cyan and get blue hair for this one. Yellow hair for the other two. Let's do magenta hair for this one. That's not magenta. Now, cyan can't be that dark. It's got to be like that. I mean, that bright. It's got to be like this. And then we go and we turn that up to about 40. And then we go to the magenta and we bump that up about 30, I believe. Let me see my notes. Do I have notes for, yeah, 25 to 30. Okay. That's just like a good red. Yeah. Oh, and this yellow is way too bright. We're gonna bring that up about 40%. Now we're going to go into what if I was to go into the cyan, which there is none here. Let's try it. I gotta try it. No, is this gonna work? Oh, if I... No, that's not gonna work. I'm not sure if anything needs to be done or not. I mean, I'm basically done with this page at this point. So I'm either done with this, or I might, like, I mean, as far as not being done, what more is there to do besides a detail here or a change? Like, I'm thinking, oh, does this really, here's its actual size. It's gonna print like this. I mean, if you can't tell that's a merry-go-round, I don't know. I mean, it's supposed to be far away. I don't know. I guess I'm done. I guess I'm done with page 7. Yeah. I'm gonna call it done for now. That's it. Save, and I guess if you're really interested, you can watch the. At some point, I will do the time lapse, and you're gonna see a lot of. My time lapses are always extremely fast, like a week's work in 1 minute. So it won't, it's not gonna be long and boring, but it's gonna skip over an awful lot of work that went done. But it's gonna flash before your eyes in a moment, and you will see just how many things I did to this page before I got to this point, which of course hides all the stuff I did on other pages in my separate study books, which, since I'm live and just about to sign off, I shall go over here and open studies, because I did some cool studies. Let's see, what do we got here? Oh, I don't have preview. What's this? Show the preview plane. Okay, so that is a blank page. Yeah, here's some studying I did. I gotta figure out how to draw faces. I guess I'm getting pretty good, but anyway. So this is like a bunch of stuff I study. I study things. Okay.